Today on Hey, we're talking nicknames.
Yeah. Find out our deep origin.
Deep, dark origin stories coming up next. Hey everybody, welcome to another brand spanking new edition of Hey, We're Talking. It's me, Scotty D, and hey Derek, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great, Scott.
Thank you so much. We are sans Bob at the moment, but he's in a vehicle traveling towards the destination that he needs to be in to record.
Bob, the big wig, who collects used grease from restaurants.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what they call it. That's what we were kind of talking about that. Just so everybody knows, sometimes technology is a comedy of errors. So we've started this show, what is it, 2 times now?
No, just once actually.
No, because remember you had your update started, or we hadn't started recording though.
Yeah.
Okay. So his computer just all of a sudden was like, "Hey, I'm gonna fix everything on your computer, bye," and just shut everything down.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. My computer will let you know, hey, there's something available. Do you want to do it right now? But apparently Windows just goes, you will update your computer now.
I think mine did say that.
And you probably were like, what is this stupid thing that keeps popping up?
It was underneath the Skype window. I think I saw it, and because I don't open this computer except to record Hey, We're Talking.
It's a special computer just for Hey, We're Talking.
It sits here dormant in the studio.
In the studio. So anyway, we've tried this multiple times. We're hoping third time's a charm. So Here we are. And Bob is on his way. But until he gets here, it's just us.
Yeah.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of have to. Otherwise, deadlines get missed, and people starve, and we don't get.
There's a lot of pressure to get this show up and ready to go. You can't be mucking about, right?
I guess. I mean, I'm not the source of the pressure. I think that's you and Bob that are like, we must release episodes on these days, and we must do this, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, we're actually kind of like tyrants, aren't we? We demand a lot.
I'm just here.
Okay. I hear can you hear my dogs in the background?
No.
Okay, good. Because I hear them. It's mostly that little rotten, beautiful, cute dog. She likes to bark. You had to hear that one. Did you hear that one?
It's so faint that I don't even notice anything.
Okay. I think they're outside now is why I can hear them. But anyway.
I think your microphone is like specifically designed to capture just the audio directly in front of it. It's designed to capture your face.
Like can you hear me snapping behind here? You probably can because it's ricocheting off my computer.
But it's hardly audible. I could hear that.
Yeah. What are we doing? Why am I testing out
I don't know.
The audio pattern of my microphone?
All right, Chief, let's move on.
So, well, this is what we do at the beginning. We kind of talk. Oh, by the way, I didn't mention this because my parents came to visit, and we haven't recorded since they came, and or I think maybe Bob and I did. Yeah, because you were working. You had what did you work? 12 days in a row or something like that.
It was 7.
15 to 20 days in a row without a break, and he was very busy, and so the parents came to visit. And I got I think you haven't heard this, but I told Bob, I got hey, you start the show and you say you're going to talk about something, then you fool around talking about other stuff and you never get to the topic. I was like, yeah, we get to it eventually. He goes, not enough time. You start talking about it and then all of a sudden you're done. I'm like, that's probably true, Dad. So there you go.
So are we going to be crediting your dad as special consultant for the show?
No, not at all. No.
Help him.
I was going to try and have him on the show, but just the way everything worked out, we had a good time with them. We had a great time, actually. It was a good visit, and then it was over Thanksgiving, and so as much as Bob and I said maybe we were going to do something, you know how that goes.
Oh yeah,
you're spending time doing stuff. You don't and he's got all his family around him. You don't want to do that, so we didn't.
Yeah, I mean, I like doing the show. It's fun, but it is, it's like, all right, we must do the show. It's like it becomes like an official task that must be completed. So it's almost job-ish, job-like, not that it's not enjoyable, Scott, but it's like,
I feel like right now Derek is letting everyone know that this is his last show. Are you saying, I've been thinking about this, guys, and it's become more of a job than it is fun. And, I got a lot of other stuff I'd rather be doing, like smoking pipes and making cappuccinos.
Well, I still get to smoke pipes.
Yes.
I still get to smoke cappuccinos. It's fine.
Good. Did you say smoke cappuccinos?
Yeah, did you catch that?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. You had one right before we started. You said it was good.
Yeah, it's there. I've drank it, and now I'm gonna have a beer, probably.
A beer after a cappuccino?
Yeah.
Are you allowed to do that?
I'm a maniac. I'm gonna walk over
You're
wild.
crazy. Are you gonna do like a stout, like a coffee infused stout, or no?
I am going to drink a Bock that is created here in the state of Texas.
So,
and
what's the name of it?
It may not be the Bock that you're thinking of.
Well, I'm thinking of the one that's in Texas. What is it?
You mean this is called Bock Slider.
A little take on being a backslider?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I thought it was going to be, what's the Texas beer?
Shiner.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be Shiner Bock. That's why you said it's not it's not the Bock that you think it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So any which way, we've wasted enough time chatting. I'm just trying to catch up with Derek because I didn't get to talk to him that whole time he was working, like 15 days straight.
Yeah, we don't speak to each other at all.
No, this is all contractually obligated talk. So we catch up on the show based on the contract that we've all signed.
I mean, I think it's great, because we get to kind of catch up with what's going on in our personal lives.
Yeah.
As part of the show.
Yeah, I think it's good. And people get to hear what's going on with us, too, so that's good. So today, this is what Bob had on the sheet, on the spreadsheet, okay? We reference the spreadsheet all the time. Everyone knows. So Bob put this on there. It's nicknames and how we got them. Now, I think I've talked about one of my nicknames on the show before, but I'll revisit it. But I'm really interested in if Derek has a nickname. So I want to dive into that first because I know your story is going to be fantastic, and the nickname I'm going to be so excited to hear. Are you going to will you tell us what it is? Do you have a nickname?
I had a nickname.
Okay.
I had some nicknames.
It's going to be revived, you know that. By sharing it, we're going to revive these nicknames.
Well, one of them, my dear departed grandfather.
Okay.
My papa.
Yeah.
All right. This is my mom's dad.
Okay.
He would give all the grandkids like a special nickname.
Okay.
And only he called us by those names. Nobody else used those names but him.
All right.
So
was there a process of how he came up with these nicknames?
Well, apparently when I was like younger, a baby, when I would be sitting like in his lap, I would pull on his shirt. I would grab onto his shirt and kind of yank on it. So he called me Tug.
Tug?
Yeah.
That's not bad. And that's a decent story. I like how he came up with it. It makes sense. You would tug on his shirt. So you became Tug. So when you came over and you saw Pawpaw, did he just go, "Hey, Tug"? Or did he go, "Tuggy boy"? What did he say?
He'd say, "Hey, Tug."
That's it?
Yeah. And then my other brothers, they had their names. My cousins had their names.
What were you? Give us a couple of interesting ones. Tell us your brothers. You got to tell Brandon's first. So what was his?
Paco.
Paco. Do you know how he got that?
I don't even know. He just
he would grab his pockets or something.
No, he spelled it like Paco.
Paco.
Yeah.
You don't remember why he got it?
I have no idea how he came up with that.
Give us some other ones. Paco's a good one too.
And then Ryan's was actually Jocko.
And Paco.
Yeah. And
your Tug.
Yeah, so my papa, he would always just make up songs. So I would always hear, I've got 3 handsome grandsons. They're Jocko, Paco, and Tug.
So funny.
But that's
awesome, dude.
But that is like memories. I'm like swimming in nostalgia for my childhood right now, singing that.
Yeah.
Singing that song, because that's just,
that is such a great memory.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when my dad would go, "You idiot," right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just kidding. No, my dad did not call me an idiot when I was younger. We actually talked about that when he was here. He said, I didn't call you an idiot when you were a kid, did I? And I go, no, not until I was a teenager. You waited until I really started doing stupid stuff to call me idiot. But it was a term of endearment. It was all love.
Yeah.
I don't think my dad had a nickname for me though. I'm trying to think about grandparents. No, Scott's one of those. The one that I got a lot of times was like Scotty Boy.
Yeah.
Or just Scotty. My mom called me Scotty a lot.
And is that really a nickname? It's just kind of a variation on your middle name there.
Right. Well, I'm giving you the tame, familial nicknames. My big nickname was the one I told this story, but I'm going to have to tell it again. About the guy who left me by the freeway, the kid. The terrorized guy, who I'm not supposed to say his name anymore, but it was Robert Coleman. He was just like a really bad kid, and he was very mischievous. And he took me out to the 94 freeway over by our house. There's a big Uniroyal tire. Just left me there when I was 7, and he was probably like 11 or 12 at that time. So he just left me there. See you later, kid. And I was like, what? And I didn't know how to get back home. And I cried like a baby. Anyway, but the people that lived across the street from us, their dad would give people nicknames all the time. Just like crazy, funny nicknames. I'll never forget. And he had kind of this like, I hope I can do his voice the right way, but he would like, so there was a girl that was like, she was a niece of theirs, and she was the same age as my brother, and they went to school together and stuff like that, and he would always call her Baby Tara, which is not like a very creative nickname, but it annoyed her. So his nicknames were kind of more to annoy you, or there was something funny about you. Their son, they nicknamed Beaver, and he was called Beaver forever, okay? Until he became like an adult and had a job and stuff. I don't think people call him Beaver anymore. But I would, when I'd see him, I'd be like, hey, Beaver, what's up? But I think I told you, too, he got that because he had like a rope hammock when he was a baby. And I guess he chewed through some of the rope. So they called him Beaver.
I must have missed that origin story of Beaver. I don't know. I mean, I remember you talking about Beaver.
You guys always laugh like it's the word. I'm like, dude, did you not ever watch Leave It to Beaver? Anyway, and then his sister was called Bunny. Don't know why she was called Bunny. I have no idea. But she was Bunny, and my brother was Matty Jack. No understanding of why he got that one either.
Okay.
You're not fascinated by these names? They mean, again, just like your story of your papa. These stories mean a lot to me from when I was a kid.
I guess I'm caught up on this. You were like, I hope I get the voice right. Like I know.
He was such a great guy. I love I love the Burgers. They're great people.
Yeah, Beaver's dad.
Yes.
So what did Beaver? So yeah, he was a doctor.
Yeah, dude, like full-fledged doctor. Awesome. He was so cool. He used to sit in the back. He had like this little, almost like a library, like study area, and he had this big leather chair, and he would sit back there and smoke these cigars all the time and read about stocks. This is back before everything was on TV, all the stocks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And he would be, he did have a cable channel on where he would have like the information of the stocks and stuff like that. But yeah, just great. Those are such great memories, man. Just such great memories. Okay.
Yeah. The neighbor doctor checking his stocks. Great memory.
No, just their whole family. I loved. Okay. So we're going to take a quick break though, and then I'm going to come back and I'll tell you the true funny name that I had as a kid.
Scott's dropping bombs.
Fast, simple, and affordable. That's what registering your domain name with GoDaddy will be. Fast, simple, affordable. And if you listen to this show, Hey, We're Talking, you know you're getting a discount. 30% off if you go to trygodaddy.com/HWT. Again, 30% off. All you have to do is go to trygodaddy.com/HWT for 30% off your domain name and other business services provided by GoDaddy. Hey everybody, it's Scott from Hey, We're Talking. You've heard us talk about Gamefly.com before. The basics are this. They've got over 8,000 titles for every gaming platform you can think of, and they're giving you a 30-day free trial. That's right, 30-day free trial for you, the listeners of Hey, We're Talking. You want to play video games? You want to be a champ at video games? Go to gameflyoffer.com/HWT. That's gameflyoffer.com/HWT for your 30-day free trial. Thanks for joining us again on the program. Here we are. We're back again. We've been discussing nicknames. We're Sans Bob. I don't know why I keep saying Sans. We don't have Bob here at the moment. He's probably he could be here.
We're without him. He might be. It's been a while. He's probably there, just waiting for us to know.
Invite him onto the program.
Nah, I don't have any messages on Boxer.
Yeah, he would have said something. So we've been discussing nicknames. We found out that Derek used to be called Tug by his pawpaw, and he had a little song that he shared with us. That was pretty good. Again, that brought a smile to my face, and I didn't even experience it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
You got nothing? Yeah, I mean, you're stoic.
I'm waiting to hear your nickname.
Oh, okay. You've heard it before. That's why I think it's funny you don't remember.
But I can't remember.
All right. So here's the deal. It involves Robert Coleman. And I think I've told this story before, so some people are going to be like, again? Robert Coleman, bad kid at the time. He's a fine adult now, fine man. Nothing wrong with him now. We all did stupid stuff when we were kids. But he did something on top of a roof. He invited me up onto the roof of his house, which I was scared, obviously. I was a younger kid. Mm-hmm. And then he did something a little naughty while he was on the roof. He exposed something, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And then I went and talked to the Burgers that day, and I was like, "You'll never believe what Robert Coleman did on his roof." And so Dr. Burger just went, "Scotty's new name is the Fiddler. Fiddler on the roof." And I was like, "No, I didn't do it. Fiddler on the roof." So they called me the Fiddler forever.
So this begs the question, Scott. Have you ever tried fiddling?
I was going to say everybody has fiddled, but no, not actual fiddling. Not like real musical fiddling.
Fiddling, fiddling is just, like, playing the violin in like a country music context.
Right. But so, they were saying it was someone that was fiddling with their bait and tackle.
Yeah.
On a roof. Based on the movie / play Fiddler on the Roof.
Yep.
Probably play / movie. neither of which I've seen nor have any interest in. Have you seen it?
Or I have not. I've heard of it, of course. It's like a musical. There's like a, it's like
Yes.
a play, and I think they did a movie, and I'm sure they did like a made-for-TV adaptation,
They could
and I'm
have.
sure the Muppets came up with their own version of it, where the Swedish chef was like, the Fiddler
I
on the
think it
roof.
has that like it's like Jewish. So, that sounds horrible the way I just said that. No, but it's like
It's Jewish.
it's Jewish. But I
Yeah.
think they do that. Like there's like a song where they go da 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 da.
You know, it sounded like really Jewish. Right?
How do you sound Jewish? Well, I mean, you can sound like oy vey, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, man, that I feel like that took a terrible turn.
If Fiddler on the Roof or the Jews would like to sponsor, hey, we're talking. We will issue an official
But-
apology.
But again, the nickname was made to make you a little bit irritated. When Dr. Berger gave you a nickname, it was supposed to make you a little irritated. And
Yeah.
I was, because I would be like, I didn't do that, though. And he kept going, Fiddler on the Roof. And he just would keep saying it. And, of course, everyone's laughing. And I'm trying to pretend like it doesn't bug me, but it did.
So, like when you're fiddling around, when you said Robert Coleman exposed himself, so was he like,
Robbie. Let's just call him Robbie from now on,
when-
so my dad
when
doesn't
Robbie-
get upset.
yeah, when Robbie, I guess he got nude on the
Well,
roof,
he
was-
pantsed himself.
and he was playing with himself a little bit.
There was an exploration in the nether regions,
Okay.
and I was horrified, of course, because I was still young enough where I didn't really understand all that. But when I described what had happened to the Burgers, they laughed uproariously. Of course, they thought it was the funniest thing ever. But then that's how I got my nickname, Fiddler on the Roof.
So what's Dr. Berger up to these days?
Oh, he passed away.
Oh,
Thanks
did they
for
give
bringing that up.
Did they give him a clever nickname when he died?
I don't know if he had a nickname. Oh, here's the other thing he would always do when he would talk at first, before I got Fiddler, or it might have been in addition to it, because my dad is from Scotland. He used to always yell across the street to me when he would see me, Hootman! Just yell it across the street. Hootman!
That was your dad, or that was Dr.
No,
Berger?
Dr. Berger would say that to
Okay.
me across the street, like, because they lived right kind of like diagonal away from us. So if I was out front and he came out to get the paper or something, he'd go, Hootman!
So I'm going to just go ahead and say it. I think that doctors from Michigan probably just have this weird sense of humor, because that just...
Why? That's
just
not
doesn't-
funny to you?
I don't know. I guess I'd have to be there and know the guy, but I'm like, Hootman. And I get it. He's just
Have
trying
you
to...
never heard
he's
that
just
thing like Scottish people going, Hootman? You've never heard that?
I guess. I don't...
It's funny to a Scotsman. I'm just
I
gonna be
haven't-
honest.
I haven't been to Scotland. I mean, I want to go. I want to visit.
No, my dad got it. My dad laughed when he would hear him yelling it across the street.
Okay.
You're
I'm
so
sorry.
like, I can't believe
I don't know.
you're just like, I'm not sure I like this Hootman thing.
I don't know. I guess this is just weird for me. I don't know. I had another nickname
Kind of
that I
like
got when I was-
Paco and Rocco and Taco or whatever. And Tug.
Oh. Yeah, Tug, and then there was...
Tug has kind of a Fiddler feel to it
Yeah,
also.
and see, that's why I don't like, that's why I don't like, I don't always...
Revealing it to millions of people
Yeah,
like you just did on the podcast.
Because they're like, with Tug,
What are you
you're like,
tugging?
yeah, it's like, and I'm like, no, that is, this is like this is like a precious memory from childhood.
And people are making fun of you like you're tugging.
I'm like, I don't even want to share this with you.
But you did.
Sure.
You were vulnerable on the podcast.
Yeah.
So listen, everybody, do not pick on Derek for having a nickname Tug.
You guys pick on me all the time. I heard y'all listen. I listened to one of them episodes last
Did we
week.
pick on you on the episode? What did we say?
Y'all talked about how y'all liked picking on me.
Yeah, well, we like picking on everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, tell me you're not going to call me the Fiddler at some point now.
I'm probably gonna forget. Unfortunately,
I know. It's because you drink. Look at you're drinking on the show. You forget everything.
This one beer.
My dad was going to have a talk with you about that.
Oh,
He wanted to talk. My mom wanted to talk to you about the smoking, and my dad was more concerned about your alcohol consumption.
it's been a lot less.
Well, good.
I'm trying to be good for your dad.
Oh, that's so
like
funny.
Even away from the show.
Yeah,
I'm just
in case he were to find out.
I'm like, no,
Like Mr. D is not up for the drinking. I got to cut back.
Sorry, Scott's dad would not approve of this.
Oh, my
so
gosh.
I'm just going to go to bed. And
Okay,
I'm
tell
just
us your
going
other
to-
nickname, because you got another one. I can tell you're getting ready to tell us.
Oh, back in my Pizza Hut days, I was bestowed with the nickname Gumby,
Why?
and I have no idea why. They
You don't
never
look like Gumby.
I know, and I suspect some of those guys were on some of the drug. They were on
Were
drugs.
they under the influence?
Yeah, and they were just like, "You're Gumby," and I'm like, "Why? Why am I?" I'm like you. I'm like, "Why? Why?" I don't even like because you're Gumby. That's your name. And so
See, you have like a built-in. The thing that's kind of interesting to me is you have like a built-in. Your last name seems like it could be a very easy. Like my last name, if you were getting it yelled at, I always think of like when someone's yelling at your last name at you, like in sports or something. Mine's kind of a long Donnelly. Yours is Tant. You can get that out so quick. It seems perfect. But tell the truth, how many people said taint? Did anybody say taint?
yeah, that happened a little bit.
Did it happen in the military? I feel
Yeah.
like there was some sergeant yelling, "Hey, get taint, get in here," and you'd be like, "It's tant, sir." "I don't care, you piece of crap." Did he like get all mad at you?
I was never called a piece of scrap.
Was this like, were you in the armed forces at a point where they had to be kinder?
No, I mean maybe in transit. It was not that, because the only time that a superior like an NCO or a supervisor is really going to be yelling at you like that, that's like in basic training,
Right.
or if you're severely incompetent and screwing up.
Right.
Most of the time, it's like any other, supervisor relationship. It's
Right.
like, hey, how you doing? I'm doing great. How are you? Sit down. We need to have an evaluation. Okay.
And then all of a
it's
sudden they just go, "You piece of crap," and they scream at you.
outside of basic training and tech school, I've only witnessed a handful of times where a sergeant was just in somebody's face,
Right.
yelling and screaming,
But
and
it's
one of
usually
those,
like you're saying for incompetence, right?
yeah, and the time that I saw it first, the supervisor, this tiny short girl,
Uh-huh.
she had just gotten out of being a basic military instructor, so she was coming back to the police career field.
Uh-huh.
But she had spent 4 years as like a basic training instructor.
Yeah.
So she was in that mode,
Right.
she was in that mode like, get over here.
She had to break the habit.
Yeah. And so she was but the guy that she was yelling at he was a big old doofus that probably needed to be broke down a little bit.
Speaking of big old doofuses in the military, did you see that Gomer Pyle died?
I saw that.
Jim Neighbors.
Surprise, surprise,
Surprise. There's so many people that have no idea what that is. That's sad. A whole generation won't know who Gomer Pyle was.
Gomer and Goober.
Yep. So, okay, so tell us, in the military, you said, did people call you taint? Or was that other times?
Well, that was when I discovered what that was.
Right.
I was in the military, and it was usually just my peers,
Just
like, hey, taint. Like, what are you talking
What is
about?
taint?
And that's when
I don't get it.
And then they were like, "Do you know what that is?" And then they would explain it to me. I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Thanks a lot, guys.
Oh crap! Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
Anyway.
most of the time when people insulted me, they would just call me fat or something like that. They never didn't have a nickname for it. Just Fat Boy and Fat A and all that kind of stuff. Boy, way to bring it down, huh?
Yeah.
You're so interested in this that you're yawning. All right, listen.
It's a transition time.
Right. We're gonna wrap it up anyway, and we're gonna see if maybe Bob's available. If not, we'll see. The over under was what, 1.5 shows?
Yeah, 1.5 shows.
All right, we'll see. Thank you guys for listening. We're hoping that Bob will be with us on the next episode, but you never know. And if not, we'll soldier on. We do what we have to do, right? We keep the boat in motion, and we hope for good things. But thank you for listening to the show. We appreciate you. We're always thankful when you share the show with your friends, neighbors, whatever. And boy, this is just fun for us. That's all I can say. I know Derek said that sometimes it feels like a job, but it's pretty fun.
Come on, stop it.
It's pretty fun though.
I'm just telling jokes, man.
I know. You're just goofing. You're joshing. That's okay. Any last words you want to say goodbye?
Thank y'all so much for watching or listening to the program.
All right, thank you. That was perfect. I should have just ended it right there. But
Why
of
don't you
course,
end
I
it?
had to talk and ruin it.
It's just